It was a moonless night, and the road stretched out like a ribbon of darkness ahead of Mark. He was driving home after a long day at work. The hum of the engine and the rhythmic thump of the tires on the asphalt, the only sounds breaking the silence. The clock on the dashboard read 2:13 a.m. As he rounded a bend, his headlights caught a figure standing by the side of the road. It was a woman, dressed in a flowing white dress that seemed to glow in the darkness. She stood still, her face obscured by a curtain of long, dark hair. Mark's heart skipped a beat. He slowed down, unsure of what to do. The woman raised her hand, signaling for him to stop. Against his better judgment, he pulled over and rolled down the window. "Are you okay?" he called out. The woman didn't respond. She simply pointed down the road, her hand trembling. Mark followed her gaze but saw nothing but darkness. "Do you need a ride?" he asked, his voice wavering. The woman nodded slowly and walked around to the passenger side. As she opened the door and slid into the seat, a chill filled the car. Mark glanced at her, but she kept her face turned away, staring out the window. He started driving again, the silence in the car growing heavier with each passing mile. He tried to make small talk, but the woman remained silent, her presence unsettling. After what felt like an eternity, they reached a small, deserted town. The woman suddenly spoke, her voice barely above a whisper. "Stop here." Mark pulled over, and the woman got out without a word. She walked towards an old, dilapidated house at the edge of town. Mark watched her until she disappeared into the shadows. Feeling a sense of relief, he turned the car around and headed home. But as he drove, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. He glanced in the rearview mirror and froze. The woman was sitting in the back seat, her eyes glowing with an eerie light. Mark's scream echoed through the night as the car swerved off the road and into the darkness. I hope you enjoyed the story. Do you like reading or watching horror stories?